Oh, yeah. Mics, I know. I do this probably every night these days. I might start with a little story. I've been coming to this room for many, many years, and it's really exciting to see what's been done with it lately. So thank you very much for having me back and all of those things. The first professional gig I ever had, I was introduced by an extremely famous beat poet. It's about 18 years old. These haven't gotten any bigger. This has. Double D tits in high school. Which, in the 70s, would get comments. So I was walking up to the mic, and he said into a live mic, he gave my bio, and then he said, "Nice rack." And I went, "Fuck you." Dance with me, asshole. So I got up to the live mic and I said, "I'd love to continue the conversation about secondary sexual characteristics, but your pants aren't tight enough for me to see how big your cock is. So let's just do the poetry." About 2 years ago, someone was writing a bio of him and phoned me to find out if that was me. Yep. My mentor was Carol Lee Sanchez, and I got taught well early on, don't take that. I'm doing a series of poems about missing and murdered Indigenous women, and I'm just going to share a few of them. Day 1. Somewhere, she's afraid, right now. It hurts to be strangled. The body panics. She is silenced, might die of stroke, pulmonary edema. The arteries might tear. Her head feels like it might explode, and this can take up to 5 minutes. Day 2. Blamed for her own death, bled out in a motel bathtub. In court, the defendant's attorney made her as inhuman as possible, brought excised body parts in, her lifestyle, identity at fault, as if the murder was a logical conclusion, as if her attacker had no choice, as though we were provocation in skin, another acceptable sacrifice. Day 3. Shot, dead named, misgendered. Even the way they looked at you was a violence. Each detail a complex inaccuracy. Targeted as unacceptable loss. You're loved in your own name now. We see you. Day 4. Communities mended over and over. Light story touches, the ones literally missing. Patched gatherings, families stiff with protective stitching. Our lost are not gone once, but every waking morning, every song without their voices, each time, every time, for all time. I did not realize this hat was going to be so hot. I am of the same vintage as Kavanaugh, a couple of months apart. And my really brilliant native dad thought it would be good to send me to private school after I'd been at public school my whole life. And it was horrible. I know men like that, I know a lot of them, and this just triggered me. This poem starts with 50 years of screaming. We were told that she was shot by the goon squad, then that she'd been working with COINTELPRO, that someone had accused her, that one of those men, those warriors who were going to change things to include us from variable values of us, one of our men had shot her, some hero of my childhood. And in this week, every woman who's been forced, or had a mother, a child who's been forced, or feared it, or made themselves small to fit into the shadow of masculine fear, we are all dragged through the knowledge that we are, for many, just so much sexual furniture. Walking lessons on the way to them becoming a better person, a person who will then make all of our decisions for us. We've had it wrong all along. There's no way to withhold consent. We have no agency. A hero will decide. Today, she told someone, and it doesn't matter who or what she said. The story was passed on, and one of those heroes said she might have been working with COINTELPRO back then. Did Annie die of being raped? Was Annie shocked for being ready to tell? This poem ends with a scream, for as long as it takes. You know, I used to write about flowers and water. I read in Belmont the other day for the current laureate of Belmont, and I said, I picked a different set. No, you have to read the murder poems. I'm like, but she goes, no, it's why I asked you to be there. So I read some, and nobody wanted to come to the open mic. And somebody said to me, seemed very angry. It's like, you know, I like writing about flowers and water. But I tell you what, I'll go back to it if we can fix some of the gender and race inequalities. If we can go for 4 months without a black boy being shot for being on the phone, I might go back to it. Here's my last poem. It brings the energy up a little. I hate leaving you in that place. Recreation stories walk close here in harvest time. My sisters of prayers, each in a different, a unique language of marrow, dawn, restraining order, garden, tire iron, and pen. This potluck cooperative survival is not a matter of debt and obligation, but of ability and gift. Pick your power place to stand. The song has come. Thank you.
The Me Too movement. It's a non-verbal cure.
I are just so fucking fragile.
Where is the line at?
Not directly, of course, sir.
No, because I had my stand. I did my internship, and one man approached me and said, only time I'm going to touch your penis is to put it in this range. Yes, he approached me. He took his penis out and asked me to hold it.
16-17% of them don't report harassment because they weren't feeling serious enough.
Oh my god. That's really sad. Yeah, I believe that. I'm surprised it's not one. In my work tomorrow, I get come up with that a lot because I'm always, offering resources, telling people what their options are. And somebody was just like, I don't want to go through that ordeal. I know it's going to end poorly. And I caught my I struggled when everyone was saying Me Too.